need to launch your FastMCP server with zero manual dependency management. You'll see how to run servers directly from configuration files, letting FastMCP handle environment setup, dependency resolution, and transport settings automatically. Whether you're using the default FastMCP, JSON, in your project or specifying a custom config, this pattern eliminates the guesswork from server execution.
Hash auto-detect FastMCP, JSON in current directory. FastMCP run. Hash or explicitly specify the configuration file. FastMCP run my config, FastMCP, JSON.
This demonstrates the configuration as code pattern for server management, where infrastructure and runtime behavior are defined declaratively rather than through imperative commands. The approach uses a standardized JSON schema to encapsulate server definitions, dependencies, transport settings, and environment variables in a single portable file. What makes this distinctive is the complete separation between server logic and deployment configuration, enabling consistent execution across development, testing, and production environments. The pattern works by treating the configuration file as the single source of truth for server execution. When you run FastMCP run without arguments, it automatically detects and loads the configuration file from the current directory, resolving all dependencies and environment settings before instantiating the server. This creates a deterministic execution model where the same configuration produces identical behavior regardless of where or how it's run, while still allowing command line overrides for specific use cases. This approach solves the problem of environment drift and dependency hell in server deployment. By codifying all requirements and settings in version-controlled files, you eliminate the works on my machine problem while enabling reproducible deployments. It's particularly valuable for AI tooling and microservices, where you need to guarantee consistent behavior across different execution contexts, from local development to cloud deployment. The trade-off is initial setup complexity, but the long-term benefits in maintainability and reliability outweigh this cost. Let's break it down line by line.
Hash auto-detect FastMCP, JSON in current directory. FastMCP run.
This invokes FastMCP in default mode, automatically detecting FastMCP, JSON in the current working directory. Eliminates manual path specification for standard configurations following the convention over configuration pattern. The tool fails fast with clear errors if the config file is missing or malformed.
Hash or explicitly specify the configuration file. FastMCP run my config, FastMCP, JSON.
This overrides the default configuration file path, letting you specify an exact config for this run. Essential for managing multiple environments or testing different configurations without renaming files. Configuration precedence pattern. FastMCP's dual configuration system blends declarative JSON files with CLI overrides, creating a flexible deployment workflow that adapts to both development and production needs. Command line arguments silently override configuration file values without warnings, which can mask typos in your JSON settings during debugging. The FastMCP run command becomes your universal entry point, whether you're testing locally or deploying to production.
The configuration that disappears into defaults becomes the configuration that runs everywhere.